If you were born before 1963, there is a federal processing window closing in 48 hours that most seniors don't even know exists. Right now, the Social Security Administration is sitting on $14,200 in retroactive benefits that almost certainly belongs to you. They are not going to mail you a check. They are not going to call you on the phone. And if you do nothing, that money gets routed back into the General Treasury Fund by Friday morning. They call it a quarterly reconciliation cycle. I call it what it actually is. It is a system that is built to make you forget. And today I'm going to walk you through step by step how to force them to pay you what they already owe you. We are talking about $573.12 a month in extra income every single month for the rest of your life. Not a one-time check, a permanent raise. And the only thing standing between you and that raise is one phone call using the right magic words. Stay with me because what I am about to share with you was pulled directly from the SSA's internal submanual that even most CPAs have never seen. Let me explain something important because I want you to understand exactly why this money is being held back. You earned it. It is yours. The money has already been allocated. It is not in some holding account where bureaucrats are arguing about whether to give it to you. It is sitting in a specific line item called the Retroactive Adjustment Reserve. This reserve was created by Congress in 2023 under the Social Security Fairness Act. But the rollout has been painfully slow on purpose. They are hoping that you, like 90% of seniors, will never file the paperwork. They are hoping you will go back to sleep. They are betting on the fact that you do not know the specific form number you need to ask for, and they are betting that you do not know the exact phrase to say to the agent when they pick up the phone. But you are about to know all of it. By the end of this briefing, you will have a script, a real script. The exact words to say in the exact order so that no agent can stall you, no supervisor can put you on hold, and no algorithm can quietly route your case back to the bottom of the pile. Now, before I continue, I need you to do something for me and for every other senior watching this right now. Pause this video, look down at your phone, open up the comments section. I want you to type the state you live in, followed by the year you started your first job. Just two pieces of information. If you started working in 1968 in Ohio, type Ohio 1968. If you started in 1975 in Texas, type Texas 1975. This matters because we are building a real-time map of where this unpaid money is concentrated. Every single comment gives our advocacy team another data point we can hand directly to the Inspector General's office in Washington. Now, the second thing I need you to do, tap that subscribe button and ring the bell. Join the advocacy group. Not because of algorithms, not because of trickery, but because the SSA monitors how many people are actually watching these updates. When the number reaches a certain threshold, it triggers what insiders call a public visibility flag. That flag forces the regional offices to clear their backlogs within 30 days. Your subscription is not just a number on a screen. It is leverage, real leverage. But the $573.12 is just the beginning. In the next 3 minutes, I am revealing the phone number that actually bypasses the automated bots and the specific 14-second verbal trigger that gets you transferred to a real human being who has the authority to fix your file. Here's where most seniors get tricked. They think that once they claim Social Security, the decision is locked in forever. That is simply not true anymore, and I want to be very clear about why. The Social Security Fairness Act, signed into law in January of this year, repealed two provisions that have been quietly stealing money from teachers, firefighters, police officers, and government employees for almost 40 years. Those provisions are called the Windfall Elimination Provision and the Government Pension Offset. Most folks just call them WEP and GPO. Here is what they did in plain English. If you worked a job that did not pay into Social Security, but you also worked a second job as that did, the government used a formula to take away a huge slice of your benefit. They called it an offset. But it was never fair. It was never legal in the spirit of the law. And now it is gone. But the SSA is not automatically correcting everyone's file. You have to ask for the correction, and if you do not ask before this quarterly window closes, you wait. You wait another 3 months. You wait another adjustment cycle. And during that entire time, the money that belongs to you is being used for something else. Now, I want to make sure this hits home for a very specific group of viewers who are watching right now. If you are a widow, if you are divorced, if you were married for at least 10 years and then your spouse passed away or your marriage ended, listen to me very carefully. The government expects you to forget about your spousal benefits. They expect you to take your own small benefit and never ask about the survivor benefit or the divorced spousal benefit. But you have a legal right to the larger of the two amounts. And in many cases, that larger amount is hundreds of dollars more per month. They will not offer it to you. You have to use the magic words. Here's what you say. You say, I am requesting a full survivor benefit comparison analysis under my current eligibility year. Do not let them put you on hold. Do not let them transfer you to a general line. Those 7 words trigger a different workflow inside their system, and that workflow pulls up your full spousal history and forces a recalculation on the spot. I have seen this resolve cases in under 40 minutes that have been sitting in the system for over a decade. Now, here is your second action step before I go deeper. This is critically important. Share this video with one person you know who worked as a teacher, a police officer, a firefighter, or any government employee. They are the group that was hurt the most by WEP and GPO. They are the group that the bureaucracy is hoping will never find out about the repeal. Send this to them today, not tomorrow, today. Let me talk to you about something that makes my blood boil, and it should make yours too. There is a tax exemption that seniors are legally entitled to, but the system defaults to charging you unless you file a specific override. Most people never file the override. Most people never even know it exists. Here is what is happening. The Internal Revenue Service has a manual, a real physical document called the Internal Revenue Manual, and inside Section 121, subsection 4, there is a provision that allows certain retirement income to be excluded from federal taxation for taxpayers over the age of 65. But this does not apply automatically. It does not show up as a checkbox on the regular 1040 form. You have to file an additional informational return, and the form number is obscure. They made it obscure on purpose. The specific form is called the Schedule of Excluded Pension Income, and it attaches to your standard return. Without it, the IRS assumes you owe tax on every dollar you receive, even the dollars that the law says you do not owe tax on. We are talking about potential refunds of $1,847 to $4,200 for some households. That money is sitting with the federal government. They collected it from you. They are not going to send it back unless you file, and you have 3 years from the date the return was filed to make that correction. The clock is already ticking. Now I need you to do something very specific. Walk to your mailbox right now. Go look at the mail you have received in the last 14 days. I want you to find an envelope. It is a plain white envelope, no return address in the upper left corner. Just your name and address printed on a label. Inside that envelope is a computer-generated earnings statement from the Social Security Administration. It will have your name, your date of birth, your social security number, and column of numbers on the right side. Most seniors throw that envelope away because they think it is junk mail. It is not junk mail. It is the most important document you will receive this quarter. It shows whether your earnings record has been corrected under the Fairness Act. It shows whether the WEP and GPO offset has been removed from your file. If you see your correct updated amount on that statement, your case is moving. And if you see your old reduced amount, you are still in the old system and you have work to do. Come back here, type check received in the comments so the rest of the community knows we are building momentum, or type no check so our team can guide you through the next step. Let me share something with you that very few people know. The Congressional Budget Office published a report last year that estimated the number of seniors who are currently underpaid due to incorrect benefit calculations. That number was 2.3 million. 2.3 million households. The average underpayment was $337 per month. Some were as low as $89. Some were over $1,100. But the average household has been losing over $4,000 a year, every year for years, because they did not know they were eligible for a correction. Most CPAs do not even know this because it is hidden in the 2025 sub-manual. It is not in the standard tax software that your accountant uses every April. It is not in the QuickBooks guides. It is not in the standard Social Security handbook that gets mailed to every new claimant. The information is buried on purpose. The government calls it an administrative complexity issue. I call it a failure of duty to the American taxpayer. Now, I need to talk about something that is more important than any dollar amount. I need to talk about who we are as a community. We are thousands of seniors standing together. We are nurses who work double shifts. We are machinists who work swing shifts. We are postal workers, factory workers, line cooks, school teachers, civil servants. We raised families. We paid our taxes. We showed up every single day. And now the system is hoping that we will be quiet. It is hoping we will be confused by the paperwork. It is hoping that when the automated phone tree says, press 1 for English, we will press 1, get frustrated, hang up, and never try again. But that is not who we are. We are making sure no one gets left behind. Every time you share this video, every time you comment, every time you make that phone call, you are holding the line for someone who cannot do it for themselves. Maybe your neighbor, maybe your sister, maybe your adult child who is trying to help you navigate this system but does not know the secret words either. We are stronger than any algorithm. And I want to make something else very clear. Subscribing helps our legal team show the SSA that the public is watching. When our attorneys file the next round of advocacy briefs in the federal court, the first thing they cite is the subscriber count. That number is real. That number matters. That number is you. Let me read you the exact script you will use when you pick up the phone. Write this down. Pause this video if you need to. This is the most important part of everything I have said today. When the agent answers, you say, "Hello, I am calling to formally request a manual redetermination of my Social Security benefits under the 2025 guidelines of the Social Security Fairness Act. My file is currently flagged under the legacy windfall elimination provision, and I'm requesting an immediate recalculation based on the repeal. I'm also requesting a formal comparison of my survivor benefits against my current individual entitlement to determine which yields the greater monthly amount. I would like this redetermination processed under the expedited quarterly reconciliation cycle. Please confirm my case number for this request. Do not yell. Do not get angry. Speak slowly, speak clearly, speak those words exactly, make them write them down. And if they tell you to call back, you say, I am requesting that this be documented in my file as the date of my formal inquiry, and I would like a reference number to confirm the call was logged. That phrase alone causes the system to flag your case as a formal inquiry. And formal inquiries are reviewed within 72 hours. They bypass the regular queue. They go directly to a senior adjudicator. Now, let me tell you about a piece of the puzzle that nobody talks about: the phone number, the real phone number, the one that bypasses the automated voice tree and gets you to a living, breathing human being in under 90 seconds. When you call the main number, the first prompt says, press 1 for benefits, press 2 for Medicare, press 3 for other services. You do not press any of those. You press 0. Then the menu says, for English, press 1. You, press 1. Then it says, if you know your Social Security number, press 1. You, press 1. Then the next prompt says, please enter your Social Security number followed by the pound key. You do not enter it. Instead, you hold down the 0 key on your phone for 3 full seconds. This triggers a hidden menu. The hidden menu says, if you are calling regarding a recent policy update, press 3. You press 3. You will now be transferred to a Tier 2 agent. These are the agents trained on the 2025 changes. They know the Fairness Act, they know the WEP repeal, they know the GPO repeal. They have authority to push your file forward immediately. Most seniors never find this menu because it is not advertised. It is not on the official website. It is a back door built into the phone system for what the SSA calls priority policy inquiries. You, my friend, are now a priority policy inquiry. Now, here is something that I want you to do right after you hang up the phone. Take a screenshot of your phone call log showing the date, the time, and the duration of the call. Email that screenshot to yourself. Print it out. Keep it in a folder. Because if your case gets delayed, if the system loses your paperwork, if some agent claims the call never happened, that screenshot is your proof. That screenshot is your receipt. Bureaucracies do not run on truth, they run on documentation, and today we are documenting everything. Now, let me tell you what happens on the back end that most people never see. When you file that formal inquiry, your case gets routed into what insiders call the processing queue. There are three priority levels in this queue. Level 1 is for new applicants. Level 2 is for routine adjustments. Level 3 is for formal inquiries under the Fairness Act. Right now, there are over 1 million cases sitting in Level 1 and Level 2. Level 3 has less than 4,000 active cases. Why does that matter? Because every flat screen monitor in the adjudication office has a dashboard showing the queue, and every regional manager gets an email every morning telling them how many formal inquiries are open. When that number climbs, resources get redirected, staff get reassigned, the backlog gets cleared, the system prioritizes the people who are making noise. Be noisy, be polite, but be noisy. Let me give you the third action step right now, and I want you to do it before this video ends. Look at the thumbs up button below this video. Tap it. Press it hard. Every single like registers as a public signal to the algorithm, and that signal tells the Social Security Administration's communications team that the Fairness Act is a topic the public cares about. When their communications team sends their weekly report to the Office of the Commissioner, that report includes a section called Public Engagement Metrics, and that section includes the engagement numbers from the videos that are generating the most attention. The Fairness Act needs to be at the top of that report every single week. The only way that happens is if you, the people who this law actually affects, show up and make your voices heard. Press the like button. Vote for the Fairness Act. Vote for yourself. Now, let me tell you about something that happened last week that gave me chills. A woman named Margaret in Pennsylvania watched one of these videos, made the phone call, used the exact script I just gave you, and within 6 business days, she received a lump sum retroactive payment of $11,430. Yes, $11,430. That was money the government had taken from her for almost 8 years. She also received a permanent monthly increase of $487. She called our advocacy hotline in tears because for the first time in her retirement, she was able to pay off a medical bill that had been hanging over her head for 2 years. That is one story. There are thousands more just like it. A retired bus driver in Michigan, a former librarian in Arizona, a veteran in North Carolina. Every single one of them thought the system had forgotten about them, and every single one of them was right. The system did forget. Until they remembered to fight back, until they remembered that the phone has a back door, until they remembered that the form has a specific name, until they remembered that they are not powerless. Let me close this out with the truth. The truth is that you have worked your whole life for this. You earned every dollar of this benefit with your hands, with your back, with your health, with your time. You did not borrow it. You did not inherit it. You earned it, and the system depends on your silence. The system is built to make you tired, to make you give up, to make you walk away from the phone after 20 minutes of elevator music. But today, we are speaking up. Today, we are holding the line. Today, we are teaching each other the words that the system hoped we would never learn. Here is what I need you to do tonight. Watch this video one more time, take notes, write down the phone number, write down the magic words, write down the form name, and then tomorrow morning, before breakfast, before coffee, before anything else, pick up the phone and make that call. Do it scared. Do it tired. Do it anyway. Because the $573.12 is not just about money. It is about respect. It is about the government finally doing what it was supposed to do for the people who built this country with their own 2 hands. I will be back tomorrow with another update from Washington. We are not done. We are just getting started. We are the advocacy group, and we are not going anywhere. Rest well tonight. Tomorrow we fight again.